No, it can't be that time yet. It can't be that time yet. It can't be that time yet. It can't be time yet. It can't be that time yet. He's here. Stay back! Ah! What's poppin', gamers? It's officially Christmas time. Or at least close enough. And you know what that means? He's coming. Jesus H. Christ, born on Christmas Day, every year he gets billions to buy into a sick cult. Well, I say no more. So allow me to introduce to you the first official church of Sonic and the Black Knight. Sure, it's technically a shed, but here I have everything I need to plan out how to take down Christmas and instill a new holiday. 68 days to release day. But to do that, I gotta take down Jesus. And I have no idea how to do that. He's kind of overpowered. Drown him, he can walk on water. Starve him, he can duplicate food. Poison him, he can cure disease. To find this weakness, I'm gonna study Christmas in video games. Most obvious place to start would be fully Christmas-based video games. And then Jesus loves to get kids in on his shit. I think a family console like the Wii might have something we're looking for. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And it's a fucking minigame collection. 90% of minigame collections are just lazy, uninspired dribble slapped together to have something to put on a shelf. And this is no different. With minigames that just feel like rip-offs of other popular games. This one where you make hot chocolate is just one of the Papa Something Weird games. This one where reindeer jump is just doodle jump. And this one where you throw presents is just fire into the game and watch. This game is so uninspired. It was already thought up 40 years ago. And yet, I don't hate it. All the minigames are really charming, and outside of them you have a cozy little room with a fireplace and a tree you can decorate. With this feeling, is the Christmas spirit they talk about? I mean, this game is more focused on the holiday side of Christmas than the religious side, so maybe it's okay if I enjoy it. Is what I thought. And I turned on the radio, and what started playing was pure, unadulterated propaganda. I can't let this game tempt me, so we're moving on to the next one. There is no next one. There are a few licensed games based off Christmas movies. Whether the case that we made that the Grinch has moved on from being a character and is now his own Christmas icon. Home Alone is just a kid with a gun. Surprisingly, not a lot of people are willing to spend time and money developing a game they can only sell for a couple months of the year. But I think I'm onto something with this Christmas spirit idea. So I'm gonna follow it and broaden my scopes to any game with Christmas-themed areas. Mario Kart 8 released a Christmas track in the DLC, and something about it's just not doing it for me. It's just a basic loop that feels like if you made Baby Park longer and holidayfied the background. You can't even really soak it in because you're still in a Mario Kart match. The Sonic games are based around the calendar, so naturally they have Christmas events. They're like 70 hours into the game. If you got the game for Christmas, you wouldn't reach the Christmas event till like April. Now, Sonic games are probably the best for some god-killing advice. I'm not staying in this shed that long. A game that gets it right though is Animal Crossing with their Toy Day event. Animal Crossing is already a chill game, so slapping some snow on the ground and adding some slight Christmas spirit is all you need to give me that warm, fuzzy feeling. And I appreciate them calling it Toy Day to avoid relation to sinners. It's the perfect game for a Christmas event. At least sincerely. In fact, as my sister decided she wanted to start her own island, and then reset my island, played for like 3 hours, and never even got the ability to cross rivers. So I can't really participate in Toy Day. My favorite Christmas event I can actually do though is oddly enough Terraria. It doesn't really do much. Santa will show up to sell you some Christmas items like a hat or a Christmas tree. You can get other items like candy cane blocks or tree blocks from presents that'll drop from enemies. The only big draw is that you can get snow globes from presents used to summon the Frost Legion. But even they're just a fairly easy mini boss you'd only fight to get 100% completion. But I just love it. When I understand part of this Christmas spirit stuff comes down to nostalgia from when you were young and happy. And I grew up playing Terraria Mobile, so I guess it just stuck with me. Terraria even gives us the first hint on how to free Jesus. Because if he's anything like Santa, swords won't work on him, which severely limits my options. A really odd game with a Christmas event though was Nights into Dreams, because it doesn't actually have a Christmas event, only the demo disc does. And the Christmas event is actually the main game. It was sold around Christmas time, titled Christmas Nights into Dreams, and has a special Christmas cutscene narrated by someone who sounds like a TikTok text-to-speech voice.
They find themselves in the middle of Twin Seed City.
But if you play it outside the Christmas season, it's called Nights into Dreams Limited Edition. And if you play it outside of winter while the snow's gone and it's just a regular first stage, well, the majority of the year it's just regular Nights into Dreams the event? Or is this still a Christmas event, even though it's what's on the box? And why is it just the demo disc? It's just such an odd piece of video game history that I can't help but love it. It perfectly describes Sega at the time where they were just making such odd decisions that you couldn't help but find it cute. Or Sonic 3D Blast will compete with Mario 64? Just go with you little scamp. Love everything about it, with the Christmas theme bringing me right into that jolly mood, with the Nighttopians all dressed as Santa, and unlockable presents that are a really nice touch. Most of them are just rendered as characters, but some of them are full on different game modes, with Sonic at the Dream being Sonic's first 3D appearance. See what I mean by odd choices? There are also other timed events like New Year's Nights into Dreams or April Fool's Nights into Dreams. You can actually play as one of the main antagonists way out. But if there are any April Fool's themed deities I need to kill, I know where to start. I gotta keep this jolly high going, so I'm inserting my switch yet again from consoles to the internet. There's a lot of Christmas games on the internet. Why wouldn't there be? It allows Christ to target kids without money, and it gets around having games that will just rot on shelves. Even Google got in on the brainwashing with their Santa tracker, though he flies too fast for it to be helpful. The games are just simple mini games, but being free did give it the edge over We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Plus, it sticks purely to the secular side, which I appreciate. It also has other doodads, like trimming Santa's beard. I made him Waluigi. Thankfully we didn't have to go far into the internet because this is as good as it gets. Probably a few other good Christmas games, but most of them are either just lazy reskins, mobile ports, lazy reskin mobile ports, or interesting, I'll give them that. One game that kinda took on a life of its own though was Elf Bowling. It was a flash game that was really easy to attach to email, so it ended up getting spread around a bunch. But some people even think it was a virus. It got so much notoriety it was ported to DS, where it ended up becoming one of its lowest rated games. Isn't you bowl with elves and this is quite violent. Apparently this is Santa's punishment for them going on strike? I can't stand for this! And We Wish You a Merry Christmas you can write letters to Santa, so I wouldn't want explaining to him workers' rights. And that bastard put me on the naughty list. So I went down to the North Pole myself and joined the elves. It was rough at first, but after watching a YouTube video on how to unionize, he had no choice but to listen to our demands. Now the elves get 3 weeks paid vacation and full dental. It ended up taking a while though, so now I have 5 days till Christmas, and I completely forgot about taking down Jesus. I've been dancing around this for too long, focusing on Christmas the holiday, when I've got to go straight to the source. We're gonna talk about Christian video games. Thankfully some of these are already pretty mainstream, so I don't have to look too far to find Doom. It's a game all about killing demons, and last time I checked, Christians hate those guys. I'm gonna be playing Doom 64, because I think the limited levels will make it easy to find Christ-killing details. And definitely not because I got it for free in the Epic Game Store, and don't actually have any of the others. Afflicted guns may seem like a good idea, but in the Bible, Jesus passed through the gates of heaven, and then everyone could do it. So what if I shoot him, and he disables bullets hitboxes? This game did serve as a good palate cleanser though. All that Christmas spirit was starting to tempt me. I just replaced that with the yearning for violence. Another Christian game similar to Doom is Super Noah's Ark 3D. It's actually the only officially released Western SNES game. It wasn't licensed by Nintendo. They had very strict rules against religion at the time. And that's actually why Sonic and the Black Knight didn't take form until 2009. Super 3D Noah's Ark actually started out as a Hellraiser game that was the Wolfenstein 3D engine. And the maker's wisdom too remembered, oh yeah, we're a Christian game company making a violent game about masochism. And it's not as good as Doom! So they switched it to be about Noah's Ark instead. Apparently shooting animals with a slingshot is more acceptable than shooting demons with a gun. But all I see is low resolution animal cruelty, which is where I draw my line. So we're moving on to the Bible game. I have high hopes for this one. I mean, it is the definitive Bible game. The whole thing revolves on this game show do unto others. Now, I don't think this was in the Bible. I never read it, so I wouldn't know.
What city became known as the City of David?
you, O'Brien.
And the correct answer is Jerusalem.
See? Never read
Here's
the
the
Bible.
question. What is another name for the 5th book of Moses?
Deuteronomy. Okay, that's an easy one though. The game also keeps up these sickos' tradition of animal cruelty. It came in last place at a protest. I did learn some Bible trivia though. But after playing I realized that this game's based on the Old Testament, and Jesus isn't until the new one. This was all a waste of time. There is a legend though, of a Christian game above all the others, with bosses unlike you've ever seen before, and more said to turn even the strongest non-believers into pure-blooded Catholics. What makes it so special? Well, it was made by Scott Cawthon, creator of Five Nights at Freddy's. I refuse to play it though, not because it's $2, that's why I won't play the other Dooms, but because this website looks like something you shouldn't give your credit card to. This must be another one of his tricks, sending me on a wild goose chase through Christian games, and then trying to steal my credit card information on top of it. And dang it, he had me going all the way to Christmas Eve, so I'm gonna have to broaden my search one final time. I think following the Christmas spirit was a good idea, but looking at Christmas themed stuff was too narrow, and a lot of games can invoke the same feeling, without being overtly Christmas related. Now the most obvious would be something like Snow Kingdom and Mario Odyssey, where everything's covered in snow. And no, the Santa hats doesn't make it Christmas themed, that's just a small detail, and also I say it doesn't. Don't think too hard. It just don't give off the Christmas vibe, you know? Same with stuff like Coco Mountain in Mario 64 or Herbal Mountain in Breath of the Wild. They have much Christmas spirit as any other part of the game. They lack the right ambiance, that calming, warm feeling. Jump King and Getting Over It are able to capture some of that ambiance, but these are fighting games, so much like Doom, any Christmas spirit is overwhelmed by undying rage. Something that perfectly describes the ambiance I'm looking for is Snow Point in Undertale. A nice layer of snow covered everything with tall pines as far as the eye can see. A gentle night sky, all topped off with some calming background music. These have all the hallmarks of a calm winter's night with no outright Christmas theming. Undertale also perfectly lends itself to this, with each location invoking a different feeling, with its own colorful cast of characters, like this cute dog couple or Papyrus the overexcited skeleton. Too bad I'm doing a genocide run. Undertale's themes of making friends and spreading peace across the underground also match with the Christmas junk of kindness and giving. It's funny though how all I talked about capturing the right ambiance, you don't need the location, the characters, or even the snow. One of the games I most associate with Christmas is just Circles. While it's not a time I'm proud of, I got into those around Christmas. Spent a lot of time grinding snow relations around then. And fall after, trying damn hard to get a hidden full combo when I should have been studying for the exam I had the next day. And what do I have to show for it? A 31 PP play. And it's not even an FD. I even got this drawing tablet as a gift from my heretic family. The best Christmas gift I ever got, though, has to be the earliest one I can remember. And it forever defined what a Christmas gift even meant for me. All the way back when I still believed in Santa and I didn't know Sonic and the Black Knight was our true savior, I got a DS and a copy of Pokemon Platinum and Pokemon Soul Silver. I have so many memories of playing Pokemon Platinum on Christmas Day, and not knowing how to save so I just repeatedly get to Jubilee City before resetting. Or how when playing Soul Silver I didn't know how to get around not knowing how to read yet, so I didn't know that when you forgot a move you were actually replacing it with another. So I just ended up with a useless moveset of Tackle and Leo or whatever, because why would I want to give up a move? And this feeling just continues to build and spread to new children with how Pokemon games always come out during the Christmas season. Probably to their detriment with how many problems come from rushing them out, but it's whatever. And these games have just mastered that Christmas ambiance. But with them being my first, nothing can compare to going to the Sinjoh ruins in Soul Silver. And we are only accessible by going to the ruins of Alphys and Arceus. Back then, of course. By that time, I checked all the way to Snow Point City. I saw the Wi-Fi platform in a YouTube video and thought it was the coolest thing ever. But I had no clue you needed Wi-Fi to get there. So I thought I just hadn't found it yet. And that feeling, when I finally learned how to get there, only years after the DS Wi-Fi shut down, will haunt me till the day I die. It's officially Christmas Day, and I realize now that Christmas spirit can't really be quantified. It's all subjective, it just really boils down to what brings people happiness. That makes me question, should I really even destroy Jesus if it means taking that away from people? Of course, because their happiness is wrong! Alright, So here I've compiled a list of everything we know about Jesus. Wait a minute.
Correct answer is
He was rough at first, be young and happy, Papa something weird game. That's it! His one weakness! Getting nailed to shit! Alright, JC, get ready to... Oh. So I kind of forgot about the whole just born thing, so I can't do it. But we'll sell this on Easter.